español o inglés, no hay problema. English or Spanish, I got it. And since we're in the Bay, I want to be the one that says Greg Papa ain't got on me. It's not just a stadium, it's our home. We are not 11, we are millions. The love of the game is one of a kind, and at Olivet Middle School, it showed when the middle school football Eagles planned a fantastic play behind their coach's back. Keith is the name of the player who, although having learning disabilities, knew exactly what this meant. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Studio 3. Today we have a very special guest, father, soccer player, coach, husband, Juan Saldana. Thank you for joining us here at Studio 3 today. Miren que golazo de Fernando Torres. That was a lovely bit of skill from Hazard. Brings the ball down, takes one touch around a defender, crosses the ball first post. Torres times his run to perfection, heading the ball into the top right corner. And the Blues lead 1-0 at halftime. Sports are my life, from English Chelsea FC to my very own San Francisco Giants. My name is Jaime Ceballos, and if you give me this wonderful opportunity to become Fox Sports' next sports analyst, I'll make sure that our viewers have the most informed facts and the most non-biased breakdown of the sports we know and love. En español o inglés, no hay problema. English or Spanish, I got it. And since we're in the Bay, I want to be the one that says Greg Papa ain't got on me. And yes, from my past experience and knowledge at San Francisco State and KIQI, I'll make sure that we have more success than the Giants winning another World Series. It's not just a stadium, it's our home. We are not 11, we are millions. It's not just a kit, it's our skin. We are not just a crowd, we are a family. Football is not just a game, it's our life. So join us this summer in beautiful Brazil for the FIFA 2014 World Cup. Welcome back, ladies and gents, to Studio 3. I told you guys things would get weird. In the last couple of weeks, we have seen some of these images in the football world. What is it? It's called Winner Takes Earth, explained by Franz Beckenbauer, ex-footballer and manager. Aliens came and told him they want to play a soccer match. And he says, the fate of mankind hangs in the balance. And I fear, winner takes Earth. Beckenbauer will lead a team called the Galaxy 11 to face them to save Earth. The first of these players will be announced on November 11th. The love of the game is one of a kind, and at Olivet Middle School, it showed when the middle school football Eagles planned a fantastic play behind their coach's back. Keith is the name of the player who, although having learning disabilities, knew exactly what this meant. And as the team protected him, got him into the end zone to score his very first touchdown, making it a memory that he and no one will ever forget. Thank you for tuning in to Studio 3. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Studio 3. Today we have a very special guest, father, soccer player, coach, husband, Juan Saldana. Thank you for joining us here at Studio 3 today. I really appreciate you coming down and, sitting here for a little interview. How you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here in this interview.
All right, sweet. So let's just get right to it. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I've kind of, hinted, husband, father, soccer player, coach. So, tell us what you do nowadays.
Absolutely. Well, nowadays, I'm the manager of the pediatric clinic at the University of Pacific here in San Francisco. As a player, I did play for 30 years. I was, lucky enough to play for some very good teams at the professional level in El Salvador and Mexico. As a coach, I felt the need to continue to feel that adrenaline of every weekend. Mm-hmm. So I decided it was a the best way to do it, it was by coaching
By playing.
and playing and help the youngsters to understand the beauty of this game and and maybe perhaps feel the same passion that I felt. As a husband, I've been married for 24 years, happily married with 2 kids. One of them who is actually graduating this year. So I'm very happy how my life has turned around.
That's perfect. So tell us just a little bit about the differences that you've experienced from, going from El Salvador to Mexico and now here in the U.S. Like, what has, soccer, football, how we all call it, progressed in your life? Like, what is those differences? Because they're completely different spectrums.
Absolutely. Soccer, especially in El Salvador, is life. It's basically you have no other sport or toy to play with. If you want to play, here's the ball. So you play and you grow up with soccer. Soccer is your life. Mexico, but the same thing, culture-wise. However, here in the United States, you have choices, many choices. So it's a little bit harder to concentrate into one sport. However, with our diverse culture here in San Francisco, I was able to play a little bit more and then start my coaching career.
That's wonderful. What made you really decide, Coach, other than that adrenaline that you wanted to feel?
Leave a legacy. As someone that have learned and enjoy and have the passion for sport, you want to leave a legacy. You want to show others that there's the good of the sport, that they can use a lot of those skills in their regular life, and that's basically what I try to do: leave a legacy for the youngsters.
That's perfect. So, as you know, we're all in the broadcasting realm, and I know you've done a little bit of broadcasting yourself. How is that like, and how is it being able to keep your fandom versus the professional?
Oh, it is difficult at times, obviously, especially when you're doing a play-by-play for your team.
49ers. Right?
49ers, San Jose Earthquakes, the Warriors. It is a little bit difficult, but then you have to understand that there is an audience out there that they want to hear the play. They don't want to hear what you feel or how you feel about your team in that particular case.
Sad about them losing.
Yeah, sad about them losing. So you have to separate yourself from being a fan and give them the news, give them the facts, what's happening in the field, how things are going in that field.
That's wonderful. What do you suggest for all of us who are trying to be in that field of getting, it's a very community field. So what do you suggest? How do we get into that community?
By reading a lot, inform yourself, and select anything that you like, any sport. The mistake that you can make is to focus only into one sport. Do every sport. Learn about every sport. Talk about every sport. And engage with people that talks at different sports so that you learn more. I think that helps you enhance your knowledge and the ability to separate yourself, again, as a fan and as a broadcaster in this field. So just learn about everything that is related to sport. There's a beauty in every sport.
That's wonderful. So, do you feel like the Niners are going to win the Super Bowl?
Right now they do. They have a good chance to do it as long as they keep playing with the same mentality, the same drive that they have played the last 2 games. I think they have a good chance to do it. I mean, it's still a long run, but they have a good chance.
That's wonderful. So thank you very much for joining us here, Juan Saldana, and his great experience. Thank you for tuning into Studio 3. I'll catch you guys later.
Thank you.